Hi, my name is Lisa from Monarch Butterfly Land Saving Society. I wanted to make a video and talk about something I've been testing that's worked out really well, that I think will offer incredible results to the effort to regreen the earth and bring back moisture and freshwater rain. All you really need to do is bring back the greens and all the colors of the earth that are lacking, and then the earth will be plentiful with flowers, because the sun, when it nourishes the earth, it attracts to certain colors and nourishes each color that appears, and through those colors creates so many things. Everything on the earth really is a bountiful cornucopia of many, many colors, and the more that's available to attract the different colors on the ground, bring more gifts to the earth, all the fruits, all the nuts, all the tree, the different types of shrubs and vegetation, and then the food that is needed by the animal kingdom, the birds and the bees, to continue the procreation process and plant the earth. I found that the simplest and cheapest and least wasteful ways are the best ways and most in tune with the laws of the earth to take care of the most amount of life with the least amount of wasted resources, and to use what's on hand and not take anything that's still attached to, say, a tree or growing in vegetation if it's sitting in the stores. It makes no sense to take something when there's so much available on the shelves and then let that go to waste. It bodes poorly on the person who does that, and it's all known, I think, to the spirit of the planet. I think it's time for people to show the spirit that surrounds us, our true intentions. When we say we want to conserve and procreate and sustain, we have to show the people who are watching above, maybe our forebears or in heaven, something like that, that we truly mean it, and then they'll shine lightly on us if we believe in that. And I found that just by throwing really inexpensive Home Depot $12 a bag bird seed on my front lawn has caused the birds to come and then peck on the bird seed in the front lawn and then procreate the seeds through the dung that they create, which is fertilizer, and then the bird seed, which I guess is cracked and then can grow from that. My whole lawn changed because there was rain and became green and thick and full. And so I thought, if we spread really inexpensive bird seed all over your own lawn and in places, public gardens and parks and in mountain tops and even around the edges of oases and deserts where there's still green life, or in places where you felt the birds would come and procreate, even, I guess, the deserts where there is some moisture, mountains, things like that. I think that it would regreen the earth incredibly fast. Just inexpensive bags of birdseed. They say no waste is the best. The most important thing, I think, is to always not waste anything and show your true intentions. The other thing that works really well is to put out nectar of some kind, and I think the best kind of nectar is the kind that resembles what's available in the trees. And we know maple syrup comes from trees, and honey comes from trees, from the flowers. And I would put out a little bit of warm water, which resembles the type of water that the temperature that would relate to the sunshine, with some melted maple syrup or honey in it, and then put a bird nectar feeder up. And I think you might even see that you start to grow trees or shrubs that are maybe stronger than just the grass on your lawn. And I would say that with some honey and maple syrup nectar feeders and some bird seeds spread everywhere across the earth where people live, if they put them out, I think within a very short amount of time, things would start to procreate, and it would be very inexpensive. I think just maple syrup from your breakfast, or honey from the cheapest honey you can find, and just in any kind of water, in a nectar feeder, and the cheapest bird seed that's sitting at Home Depot, and not make a big fuss about it, would help the earth come back completely. I think hanging up fruits is okay. I think there are lack of fruit trees. They're in groves, but I don't know that they grow in the wild as much. The forests have been coming down, and maybe I think of hanging up oranges or things in the trees just to simulate fruit to make the birds happy. Things like that always help, little things that just show you care. And the last thing I wanted to say, that it helps to work in the mountain regions because the rains a lot of times come, or the fresh water comes from the top of the mountains to run down to where people live. And if you live in the mountains, it's especially helpful to do the work. I'm doing work in the San Gabriel Mountains, and it seems that the climate in the Los Angeles area has changed dramatically. The mountain areas can bring incredible results, is what I've been told. If you work in the mountains and do that, you can bring a lot of good results down to the lower areas around the mountains, and where people live in deserts, where there are mountains in the area. I think it could help the deserts a lot. I have a person working with me in Nepal, and I think if he does this work in his area where it's a higher elevation, it could bring great results down to the Asia area within months. And I know here in the San Gabriel Mountains, the Santa Ana winds have calmed down completely, and the climate has changed completely. So I think it would be great. I hope you do it. Thank you.